Without further ado, the door. What?
I said the game.
I said the door.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, we
But
rehearsed
I wanted
this.
to remind people of the game. Oh, shit. That reminded me of something I need to tell you not on the show.
Was it the game?
It's related.
To the game?
Yes.
Oh, I got a mega whatever.
What is that?
How did I get down here? That's super help.
Where am I?
Well, I thought this would open a door, and it didn't open shit. Did this... No, this is just on fire and a dead end. Oh. I've got 360
Fuck.
degrees of motion.
I'm sad that... There's one secret in this game I wanted to find, and I feel like I should have looked it up. But there's a part... we talked about it before. There's a part in this game where it looks like original Doom.
Yeah, there's like hidden original Doom levels, and I think there's 5 of them, maybe.
Wow, and there's 5? I thought it was only 1.
I don't know. I don't
how do
remember.
you find them?
I don't know. I just remembered reading about it while I was looking in all this Doom shit.
Because I was really hoping we'd find one of those.
There we go. I was wondering when the level was going to start. And your squishy little pink ass.
Good job, man. Those guys remind me of, like, the bad guys from the second Ninja Turtles movie. The turtle and the... whatever the other guy was. Dog.
It was a wolf, I think.
Oh, wolf.
Something like that. Toka and Razor.
Yeah.
What about them?
Well, the Pinkies remind me of those guys. The way they, like, walk around all, like, hobbly and shit and awkward. You know, like, it's really obvious they're using a really restraining suit to wear.
Oh, yeah.
So they have to kind of, like, shuffle everywhere they go.
Just kicked you in the throat, dick!
Hold on, I'm making a note of the thing I need to tell Chris later so I don't forget.
Why can't we talk about it on the show?
Because it's very private.
Oh. Okay. So you don't trust the party members to know your private biz, huh? Says the man who insists we edit out every time he accidentally says where he works.
It's not actually private, it's just something that I don't want to give to the viewers right now.
Oh, so it's super racist.
Yeah, it's super racist. Specifically towards Spaniards.
Oh.
From Spain. Not like Hispanic. Like, I don't know the difference, okay? Can we establish that right now? I don't know. If I say Hispanic, does that include people from Spain?
No.
It does not.
That would be Spaniard.
But Hispanic applies to, like, pretty much every... Does Latino apply to Spanish? I'm pretty sure it does.
No.
Are you sure?
No, because it's from Latin America, which is down south of us, but not, in Europe.
Are you sure, though?
You know what? I'm going to back myself up on this one. I'm going to say yeah.
You really think... Yeah, I think this is just one of those double down scenarios where you don't actually know. You're just kind of establishing a viewpoint and going with it.
Well, I've been right so far on everything else I've said on the show ever.
Well...
Remember that time that you said it was pronounced Gauss Cannon?
I do. That's true. That is a good example. Nice example, dude.
Yeah. It's fresh. It's fresh on my mind.
It's good. That's a good one.
I'll never let it go. Oh, shit.
Forgot what I was saying. So, okay, so... Latino and Hispanic mean the same thing, right? Jesus Christ, that's so brutal.
No, because I think Latina, whichever, it covers like a broader range. So it's like Mexico, Cuba...
everywhere in South and Central
like
America.
Possibly Brazil area.
But doesn't Hispanic also refer to people in...
I thought Hispanic just referred to Mexican.
No, it doesn't. It's definitely a general term. I don't know how general, but it's definitely not just Mexican. Because that's what I started saying instead of Mexican whenever I learned that calling every Hispanic-looking person Mexican was racist. Yeah. When I was like 8, and I realized you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into like, yeah.
I mean, I just didn't know any better. I didn't know the fucking difference.
I just try not to refer to people by race. How about that?
Well, yeah.
How about that's how come I don't know any of these answers?
Generally, that's, the way to go, I think.
I like to refer specifically by color. There's no ambiguity there.
Oh, yeah. That's why you say brown people instead of black people.
Yeah. Or most things other than white.
Yeah.
And I guess Asian.
White's shitty though. Very few people are actually white though.
Lots
Like,
of people are white.
yeah, but like you're not really white. You're like,
Oh, you mean
you're
like that
peachy,
weird pink
pinky,
color?
yeah, flesh color. like you can tell that there's a bunch of gross red blood shit right under your skin.
That's just my rosacea.
You're like the white, quote unquote, white people are the like translucent fish of people.
Man, I've been watching a lot of like ocean documentaries this week.
Wow, what? Really?
Yeah, there's like a
Why?
series up on Netflix that Russ started watching, and I just kind of glommed
What's it
onto.
called?
I think like Blue Ocean or Blue Earth or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it's a series.
Well, that's interesting. Brushing up on your oceanography skills there,
Man, ocean life
Mr.
is
Oceanographer.
fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like all of it's weird.
Makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like it, but I
Yeah.
also find it really interesting. So
They haven't discussed any anglerfish yet.
okay, so not in the scary part yet. They're still in the happy part of the movie.
Well, unless I like missed that episode, because Russ was watching this without me for
Oh,
a
okay.
while. Okay, seriously, am I just like hunting down these last 2 or 3 imps?
Seems that way.
How'd I miss all these little dudes?
But I like that the music like never slows down. Like it plays like as hard all the way to the end, even if it's just like one guy like this left. Jesus, man, what a hoppy little dude! This guy's like a grasshopper I'm chasing like through the sidewalk.
Or like a mosquito?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh
Yes!
yes! Good job. We
Okay.
finally got. I'm glad we did that before we finished playing this game.
They're respawning these assholes like one at a time.
No way.
There we
Okay,
go.
Okay, there we go. That's good.
Here's a big guy. Who's a big guy? Oh, something's on me.
Yeah, right behind you.
Ugh.
But I find I'm very interested in animals in general. So even though I'm icked out by ocean life, I still find it pretty interesting. Nice job. You hit him in the eye. That's a good job.
Well, those guys die with 1 hit on the siege mode on this thing, so I'm trying to only use that on them to conserve
Yeah.
ammo.
Yeah.
Shit. Whoa. Oh, shit.
Why did we start talking about ocean life? I felt like I was talking about something. and then
I don't know, man. I don't track our conversations. I just go with it.
I felt like I was making a point, and then we started talking about like that shitty documentary.
You don't know that it's shitty.
Oh no, shitty's just a non-adjective that I add to everything now.
Oh.
I've been kind of thinking about stopping doing that. Like, stop saying shitty and ass after everything. And also kind of not saying fuck as much. Not because I care about, like, offending anybody, but because it's like, okay, dude, like, I get that you want to say fuck a lot, but, like, let's move on.
Yeah.
Like, I was reviewing something on our show. It was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I said fuck and fucking and fucking fuck. Like, I said it like 6 times in the same sentence. Like, every other word was fuck, and I didn't realize at the time that I had done it.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay, maybe the fact that I didn't realize I was saying it that much is a sign I should probably, like, try to stop a little bit. Not because I'm afraid of offending anybody, but I'm afraid of being, like, repetitive.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
guess.
And
Yeah, because
uninteresting.
Russ used to drop the F-bomb in a lot of his
Music?
in his music, and he stopped doing it because it was just lazy. It was just something he could fill in there.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And if you read like my super old comics, I used to just do that too.
Yeah.
So, writing wise, I stopped trying to.
Great.
Just nothing but a screenshot of his foot there for a minute.
I mean, it is. I mean, yeah, it kind of is lazy. Lazy, I guess, is a word for. I'm just not thinking when I do it,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't really care, but also I don't want to just do stuff for the sake of just fillering, you know. I also say you know too much. I hate to point that out because now every time I say it, everyone's going to be like, oh, there you said it again. I would like to say, to follow that up with, I'm not trying to stop saying you know. So you don't have to call me on it every fucking time I say it. But I do say it too much.
Okay.
It's my kind of, like, period at the end of vocal sentences.
Why does this thing keep defaulting to the shotgun? Not that I
I
don't
don't know,
love the
it's weird.
shotgun. I just
Weird,
think it's
yeah.
weird.
I don't know why it's defaulting there. But, you know, kind of an okay gun to default to. Like, could be worse. Oh, this is not the pistol.
True.
Dude, nice.
I mean, I do like this gun. I really do. Oh, fuck all of you.
It's like, part of me wishes I had studied journalism a little bit more. Because, like, part of being a journalist is avoiding, cliche.
Okay.
And I hate cliche. And a big part of the training of, I don't just mean, like, you know, a news reporter kind of journalist, but anybody who writes, you know, any kind of article or news or anything like that, any of that kind of training.
Ow.
A big part of the training of that is to avoid cliched, not only avoiding using the same words over and over again, but also avoid using cliched phrases a lot. And whenever you do that, you find a much more interesting way of phrasing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to kind of, not pride myself, but I used to try really hard to, you know, use a very broad vocabulary whenever I spoke. But at some point I stopped giving a fuck and just started saying fuck over and over and over and over.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, like, as far as, like, writing goes and overusing the word fuck, it's easy to avoid.
Yeah, yeah.
You could sit there and read it and be like, okay, this is what I need to stop. I need to come up with a different expletive or something.
Yes.
But you and I are just having a conversation, and we're recording it. So, like, I don't notice how much we say it until we're, like, listening to it again later.
Yeah, it's a little harder whenever you're, like, to change it in your talking than it is to change it in your writing. Because if you're writing it, all you have to do is fucking backspace.
Yeah.
And replace it with, you know, the word you really meant to say.
And
but whenever you're talking, it's,
I'm going to do anything to better myself. So...
Next time on Foolish Mortals, Chris betters himself as a man. Gordon Ramsay, special guest.
I swear to God, it's the kind of shit you'd expect Tiger Woods to tee off with. Look at it. Rubber, rubber, rubber!